Wait, stop. Ooh, okay, it started. Okay. I'm somehow covering my dirty room. So, okay. Except my bed. Um, hi. Hi, I'm Se Hee. Sorry about the blurry video. Think I might have to do something to that. Like prepare a camera perhaps instead of using the one attached on my laptop. um yeah, so my name is Se Park. I'm from South Korea. I am currently living in Seoul, Korea. Um I uh, I really enjoy watching Netflix, so um nowadays I watch them almost I don't know, maybe 15 hours every day. And I love to watch TV series, like American TV series. Uh so yeah. Um ooh, wow. Okay. Watching this series, I got really interested in American culture as well. So I was watching all those videos in YouTube um about American culture. And actually, I got to know that people are also quite interested in Korean culture as well. So I thought maybe um, if I shared some stories about South Korea, would anyone be interested in would anyone be interested in it? Okay, but now that I start this video, I'm realizing that it is really, really hard to um, speak clearly while filming. Obviously, all the other people in YouTube must have prepared for it, prepared what they're going to say. Um, yeah, to be so organized and to the point. Wow. Anyways, it's my first try, so guess I guess it's like far from perfect, but it would be a practice, so I might as well just continue. Yeah, I'm not even sure if anyone would ever see this video. Um, okay. Uh, I don't know. I just wanted to share some things that an actual South Korean would know. Like, would would anyone be interested in what's trending now in Korea? Um, I'm in my 20s, late 20s, and damn. Okay, language. This is not interesting at all. And I'm so nervous. I'm just loving. Okay. So, okay, this is practice. Relax, no one's watching. This is practice. Um, there are actually few trending things in Korea right now. Maybe not among all Koreans, but um, there are some things that are a thing that are in. Do you call? Do you, people use that phrase nowadays? Anyways, that are a thing. Yeah, there are things that are a thing right now in Korea, like among 20s, among people who's around my age and stuff. Um, one thing that I can think of is is pictures like what do you call this? I don't know how to call this in English. Wow. So pictures like this? Yeah, so back then everyone took pictures with their camera, but then we started taking pictures with our phones, so no one carries around a real camera anymore. But weirdly, people got interested in this, real photos, what do you call it, printed photos again. And there are so many photo booths in Seoul, really. Like, if you go to all those hot places, like, yeah, hot locations in Seoul, there would be photo booths like almost in every alley. Um, so I have some myself uh, that I took with my friends. Oh, I have to be careful not to like expose my friends' faces, but kind of look like this, Yeah. Okay, exposed it, but it's for a second. So yeah, this kind of stuff. It's trending. Yeah, it's really trending. Couples, friends, lots of people do it for fun. I think they're people like them because um we don't really look at the pictures in our phone anymore. Like um we can take lots of them, like hundreds of them, and never look at them. They can be preserved. They can be saved forever. But I think because it is so easy, um, to it is so easy to take a picture and to access them, you don't really feel that you should look at them. Okay, but this analog pictures, if you put them on your desk or in your room, you get to look at them. So I guess people like going back. So that's one thing that's trending in Korea. And what else? What else? Oh, it's been a while, but yeah, it's been years already. But personal color is also a thing for Korean girls. Um, there are four types of personal colors. Okay, you should start with this. Okay, so for a long time, we had this stereotypes for for beauty. You have to be pale white. You have to have like small face. Oh my god, I don't have a small face. Big eyes, and pointy nose, all those stuff. So they were really important. They are they are still important and kind of appreciated, I guess. Um yeah, so it was a thing, like white face, red lips. Um, all of us in back in middle school had the same, makeup, like a kabuki makeup, and yeah, and pink cheeks and stuff. Then I don't know. A few years ago, there was this big boom that we all have a personal color. It's not personal color anyway. We all have a color that suits our natural self. So there are four types of personal colors. The first one is spring warm, the second is summer cool, third is autumn fall, and the last is winter cool. So I guess it was in a sense uh it was kind of a movement or a theory saying that not only one color is looks good, but people look um good in different colors that suit their um you know natural skin and hair, eye color and stuff. Yeah, so back then that was kind of relieving and freeing, but now it's now it's a bit rigid actually, because 4 is still, 4 is still too little to define which color looks good on you. And they've made it a bit precise that even among those 4, 4 seasons, there could be detailed, like detailed classifications and stuff. But anyways, finding the perfect color for you, finding your personal color was a very, very popular thing. And there were so many people, so many videos and comments on Instagram and YouTube, saying that I finally found my color. And all those, yeah, there were a lot of people saying that. I thought I was a warm color all my life because my skin is quite yellowish. But then you don't, just because you have a yellow, complexion, it doesn't mean that you can only look good in orange and red, brownish colors, but you can look good in, light blue and stuff. Yeah, so personal color was a thing. And I think it's quite similar. But MBTI is also a thing. It's been it's been quite popular since, I think, since last year or the year before that, since 2020 or something. Um I'm pretty sure it was after COVID that it became so, it became a hit. So MBTI, I'm not sure if you guys know about or heard about MBTI. MBTI is also a classification, but it's for personality. And I know there are a lot of memes, um, pointing out that Koreans believe in personality according to blood types. Yeah, that went long. That went really long. So it's a thing saying that um, there are certain personalities for each blood type, but now it's substituted into MBTI. So it's really funny if you meet someone for the first time, they'll ask you, "What's your MBTI?" in blind dates and stuff. Um, and then all your um, conversation, you know, what you think of the other person is a bit based off on MBTI. So that's a thing. I think really, really like classifications. I think in some way it kind of shows the interest we have in ourselves as well, like love for attention, love of attention. Um, yeah, because those tests tell you who you are. Like you're this person, you look good in which color, you tend to do which kind of actions, you tend to like which stuff and you don't like which stuff. So I think it's a means of mm, like introducing yourself and getting understood for it. Okay, I'm a really bad speaker. I am realizing minute by minute how intelligent those YouTubers are. Oh my gosh, how do they speak so fluently? I'll probably going to erase this video because I'm babbling so much. Um what else? What else is there to say? So yeah, it's really hard to become a YouTuber. Okay, I give up. I'm pretty sure no one will ever watch this anyway, so let me just say whatever I wanted to. Okay, so my name is Say Park. I know Koreans like to start their introduction with age. I don't know, it's really important to us. I mean, it's because of the traditional culture that um we have to show respect for the elderly, not only for the like real elderly like grandmas and grandpas, but um we kind of like have a hierarchy according to age, even if it's only 1 year. We really have to show respect and stuff. So naturally, we try to introduce our age first. I actually noticed that some people start their introduction with age, and sometimes they even forget to like say their names. So that's weird. It's like it's like hi, I'm 20, like hi, I'm 25. I'm from like which location in Seoul. Nice to meet you. That's it. And other people will ask, "Oh, okay, so what's your name?" And then they'll remember, "Oh, haven't I introduced, my name?" Anyways, okay, get back. So, I'm trying really hard not to say my age because I'm a Korean too. I'm used to the Korean culture. But yeah, I'll save it for later. I'm Se Hee, and um I lived in the Philippines for 6 years. Um when I was a child, I spent 5 years of elementary school in the Philippines. Um I watched a lot of Hollywood movies when I lived there. We had DVD players back then. I'm not sure if people remember DVD, like really young people, they might not even know what a DVD is. But yeah, when I was young, I really enjoyed watching Hollywood movies. So I got used to it. And I know Korean people who've lived like my friends who've lived in Korea most of their lives, they also watched Hollywood movies. And especially now, it's really, really easy to, watch anything from any country. Not any country, but perhaps it's easier to watch, contents from other countries. Um, Especially from the US, it's really easy to watch them. So it's not a special thing anymore. But when I was younger, it wasn't that common. Yeah, um, listening to American music as well. We always called it pop song, and we still call it pop song. Like all songs in English, it's classified as pop song. I think except hip hop because that's also a very, you know, large genre in Korea. So it hip hop has its own, category aside from pop song. But anything else in English is pop song. Um, what else? Yeah, so I I didn't have much friends to share what I enjoyed back then, and now it's really easy to find people who enjoy the same stuff. Actually, I might know less than most people because I don't know, I'm kind of slow in accepting things. I'm not trendy. So, yeah, I might know less stuff. But still, I don't know because if you if you experience culture in a young age, it really lasts for a long time. It's I think it's remembered deep in your brain somewhere. So I enjoy it nowadays too, being a grown up. Yeah. What else is there to say? Yeah, and I I always wanted to use English when I was young because I've used the language for years, for 6 years when I lived in the Philippines, so often, every day. But after I came back to Korea, there was like zero opportunity for me to use it in everyday life. That's the same even now. Yeah, no one speaks like there are no situation at all that English is needed. Like English communication is needed, not like written English. So I've got this thirst, and I also liked traveling. I think I had kind of a fantasy in it. In Korea we call it romang. It's from romance, I think, but romang is fantasy, something that we aspire. So I kind of had this romang of traveling and living abroad, and actually I didn't have much chance in my teenage years. Um, but after I went to college, I had this opportunity of going on an um, exchange program, like study abroad program, and um, I really persuaded my parents, like, I wanna go, please fund me for it. Yeah. And my dad said yes to everything I wanted, almost everything. He never scolded me and stuff. He's kind of, we call it 달바보. I don't know. I'm not sure of the term in English. Maybe I should search it. So 딸 means daughter and 바보 means fool. So you get the idea, right? 달바보 in English. Huh? So there's this search engine called Naver. It's the biggest in Korea. It's like Korean Google. So I searched it in Naver, and it says 딸바보 is a walkover when it comes to his daughter. Walkover? Really? And inside Naver, there's a thing called 지식인. 지식 means knowledge, and in is like, yeah, the English word in. So 지식인 would be something like Reddit, I think. Yeah. So ah, huh, that is girl. No, that is girl is a term for me, right? I want something for my dad. Maybe let's try using Google. Daughterful, really? Or has a soft spot for his daughter's daddy? What do you really use? You know, English speakers. That's weird because there are a whole lot of English speakers. But anyway, is there a popular term for it? Because you get the idea, right? So yeah, back again. My dad said yes to almost everything that I wanted and that I asked. So he also um, kind of approved of me going on a study abroad program. And I went to Texas in USA, and I spent one semester there. And it was really fun. It was really nice. Um, there was this group of friends. Uh, I don't know. The school was kind of divided into cultures. There was this Asian group, the white people group, uh, maybe Latin group. I mean, I didn't really understand the whole. I didn't really get the whole atmosphere of the school of the university, but from what I remember, was that people didn't really mix with each other. Yeah, so me as an Asian exchange student, most of the time I hung with Asian students in the school. There was this all this SAs, student association. So the largest one there was VSA, Vietnamese Student Association. There was also KSA, Korean Student Association, and all those Asian student associations were kind of like related. They're like they would be like sister clubs to each other. So we hung out a lot. We hung out every day. You know, those kind of friends who meet up every day without even having to make any appointments. We just wake up, go to classes, and just naturally gather after, when all those classes are done. There was really nothing much to do, but because it was a campus like in the middle of nowhere. That's what I felt, at least, because my home university in Korea, it's in Seoul. It's in the middle of the city. Yeah, and there's great transportation. You can go almost everywhere, but um from what I understand, a lot of universities in USA, because it's a really really big country, some of them are um like some regions are crowded. That's the same in Korea too, but Korea is smaller, so there's not many, there's not room for, what do you say, there are not many regions that are underpopulated. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so I wouldn't get too deep on that, but anyways, so from what I know, it's quite common to have a large campus, and that would not be too close to the nearby cities. And for that particular university, there was like a what do you call it? 8차선 도로. 8 lane. Yeah, 8 lane road, like all around the campus. So I didn't have a car, of course, because I was only there for a semester. And without a car, it was really hard to, get out of the campus. So it was kind of, I felt kind of trapped inside. And there were less things that I could do. Maybe because I didn't have the right resources, but yeah. But still, it was really fun. It was really fun. It was just us inside the campus. I mean, what is there to do inside a campus? It's a school, of course, so there's not much to do, but it was fun because we had ourselves doing stupid things every day. Yeah. So, okay, get back to the topic. Okay. So, I had a really nice experience. I had a nice time. That's why I kind of got a good impression, and my romance, my fantasy, continued to live on. If I get a bit further to my story, that's why since then I've always wanted to um, leave abroad, like move for good, get a job. Abroad is like, you know, very big term. It's so different where abroad you live, but that was my romance out of Korea, anywhere than Korea. So I actually got into a graduate program in the US like in 2020, but then COVID hit. So my first semester, I was in Korea doing my program like um, through Zoom. Yeah, that's how I spent my first semester. And then the January of 2021, um, I went to the US by myself. I bought so many stuff to make my room a living place. But then I don't know. It was still COVID, and most of the restaurants were closed in the area, in the area where I went. Um, Only takeouts were allowed, and school, school was closed. All the classes and most of the activities were done online, and of course, being, you know, moving new to the city, you don't know anyone in it, right? And it continued for me for more than 2 months. I had less than five acquaintances until the day I left. So yeah, I've given you the conclusion. Obviously, because I'm now here in Korea, so that must have happened at some point. But yeah, it was so different from the American life I imagined for so long, and I was so lonely. Spent most of my days alone, really talking to no one. There were times when I did meet someone like once in 2 weeks, just for 2 hours. That was so crazy. That was the point time of my life where I had like the minimal human contact. Anyways, so I had a leave of absence from the school, and now I'm back. I've been back in Korea for about a year since then, and I'm not sure if I'll go back to that program, but um, I still love watching, TV series in English. Maybe it's called fantasy because it's in my imaginations. Maybe I didn't want to leave abroad. I just like the idea, you know. Maybe I imagine myself as a character, as one of the characters in those TV series, and didn't consider it, realistically, what would really happen if I really, really lived abroad, of course. So yeah, maybe that was my problem. But yeah, nowadays I still want to use English, and I have this thirst of using English all the time. Constantly have the thirst. It's not enough. Like, imagine you have this whole world in English inside your head, but you have absolutely no chance of using it. It's kind of like only half my, inner self is activated. Yeah. So I guess I wanted to make some content in English, have an interaction, but I really couldn't think of which content would be appropriate, because to make a content, I should have like a topic that people would actually be interested. If no one watches my videos, then it's like a diary. It's like mm, I'm spreading out my diaries on the streets. So theoretically people can see it, but no one actually pays attention and listens to my stories. So I've been thinking of several concepts for a long time. Most of them were directed toward Korean. I don't know, that I felt like I should talk to Koreans in English, but then the contents would mostly be like, English learning contents. That's quite common and popular. But it's really hard to make those videos. You'll have to have like references, and a lot of video editing is required, a lot of research, because it's kind of a mini class, right? Yeah, is required. I wasn't so sure. But then I saw this channel. Um, I'm not sure if I'm ready to say what the channel was. But there was this one Korean girl who talked about Korean culture. Yeah, it it is like 1,000% better quality than what I'm doing right now. She had like a, a legit video, and also obviously I realized that she must have prepared really well to make a really short, focused video of what she wanted to talk about. And also this and the last one I also knew back then when I was watching it, before I started my own stuff. But she, she was really smart, because most of the things she was talking about was about criticism towards Korean culture and stuff. So yeah, it's way high quality video than what I'm trying to do right now. But I kind of got the idea. Okay, so just talking about our life and what's happening around me could also be interesting to someone if they want to know what Korean people would, often do and think. So yeah, this is absolutely my first try. So it's really, really far from perfect. Um, but it was helpful for me. At least I know what I should work on to make a proper video that people would actually, watch and be entertained with. Um, but yeah, it's my first video for this new concept for this channel. And it was really, really nice to meet you. If there is anyone who's ever watching this, but it was really nice to meet you. I promised that I would come back with a better content, a more interesting one, and I would really like to. I would actually be grateful for any suggestions that you have. If you have anything that you've been curious about Korea, please please leave them in the comment section. Yeah, let's see where it goes. So thank you for your time with me and see you next time. Bye bye.